We're back to the church courtyard, and now I'd like to show you how to draw steps and walls in Axonometric. We have our plan here, and I went ahead and drew in just a sort of a random arrangement of walls and steps just for the sake of this exercise. It's not particularly good design, but I have a wall coming out here 2 feet high that comes around a curve and becomes the cheek wall for a little set of 4 steps here going up the hill. And then on this side the cheek wall comes and makes a right angle. So I just wanted to show you curves and angles. And so I've drawn them on the base, and now I'm going to bring our axonometric from last time, and I'm going to lay it over the top. It's all lined up along the edges. The patio down here is lined up exactly. So basically we are going to start from this level 0, and we're going to work our way up into the hill, drawing in axonometric the steps and the walls that I just described. So the first step in axonometric is to draw verticals up from the corners of the element you want to draw. So using your T-square or May line and a triangle for the verticals, I'm going to start at the back here, and I'm going to draw vertical lines from the beginning of this wall all the way around to the front. Well, you can draw verticals at any point. I'm going to draw them perhaps at the bottom of the steps and at the top of the steps. Let's make this wall 2.5 feet high so that there'll be a little curb as it comes around, so the wall comes up just a little higher than the steps as they reach the top. So I'm going to trace in the bottom of that curved wall, and because it's in plan, you can trace it. So I'm going to trace the bottom of the wall, coming up, coming around to the bottom of the steps. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this wall here. I'm going to draw the vertical going up from this corner and from this corner. Now I'm taking this from the bottom, from the 0 level, because I'm planning to excavate in here and make all of this level 0. Not particularly good design, as I said, but that's what I want to show you, how we move into a slope. So the height of the wall, and let me get the bottom of this wall in. I trace it. I'm not drawing in the bottom of the wall coming up the steps because it's going to be hidden. That side of the wall is going to be hidden from me, so I'm not going to draw it in now because it'll be confusing. The wall is 2.5 feet tall, so I take my scale, 1/4 inch, same scale as the plan, and I'm going to take 2.5 feet here, and let me take 2.5 feet at this other vertical here, and probably I should do the same at the top of the steps. So this measurement is from the bottom, this level, up 2.5 feet. Let me do that over here too. Well, my vertical isn't tall enough, so I'm going to extend it a little bit. So here's 2.5 feet over here, 2.5 feet at this end. So you see I'm getting my walls in, and you actually could do verticals from all the corners if you like. So how do I get the top of the wall in? And as we said before, we can slide our plan up if we to get the top of the wall. And so let me move my things out of the way. I want to keep the top sheet tacked down properly, and I'm going to move the plan upwards. So I'm moving the plan straight up so that the the profile of the wall, the plan of the wall, coincides with those points that I made that are 2.5 feet up. And then I can trace the top of the wall just like this, all the way around to this point. Similarly here, this wall I can trace using my triangle because it's a straight line and it'll be more exact. I'm tracing this side and the top of the wall. Remember, because it's horizontal, it's in plan, I can trace it. So I'm going to go over that wall in red so that you can see what it looks like. Red pencil. Here are the corners. Here's the bottom of this wall and the top of this wall and the back of this wall and the top of the wall here. Likewise, I have the top of the wall and where it curves, which I'm doing freehand here. And when I take away the plan underneath, you will see the wall has taken shape. But we haven't put the steps in yet. So I'm going to pull the plan out so that you can see how the walls have started to take shape. You see that? So we have ground 0 down here, and we have level 2.5 at the top of the wall, 2.5 at the top of the wall. And if you take your scale, you'll see that these heights, these little heights, are all 2.5, 2.5 to scale. And it looks like I forgot to put in this edge and this edge. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off and then we'll come back and do steps.